Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be looking at how no-code and mobile solutions are really changing asset and maintenance management,
Yeah.
especially for companies that use SAP.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping those assets up and running smoothly,
Right.
it's not a simple thing.
No.
It can be a huge headache
Yeah.
for those asset and maintenance managers out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Dealing with backlogs and trying to keep track of all the moving pieces,
Oh, yeah.
and then just facing those constant operational inefficiencies.
Absolutely.
And all of that can really impact a company's bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And it can make it tough to stay competitive these days.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting is it's not just, one company or one industry. We're seeing this across the board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's everywhere. And it really points to that companies are struggling to keep up with how fast technology is changing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of dig into some of these pain points.
Okay.
So just imagine you're an asset manager and you've got this mountain of maintenance tasks that just keeps growing.
Yep.
You feel like you're always behind, always playing catch up.
Yeah.
On top of that, you've got this data about all your assets.
Right.
And it's all over the place. Different systems, spreadsheets, maybe even like handwritten notes stuck to a piece of equipment somewhere.
I've seen it.
It's a nightmare.
Is.
Trying to get a clear picture of what's going on.
And you know what that leads to?
What's that?
Inefficiency.
Yeah.
Big time.
How so?
Well, I mean, technicians waste so much time just searching for the right information.
Oh, so instead of fixing the thing,
exactly.
they're looking for the instructions.
Yeah, or the part or whatever it is.
Wow.
And then you miss opportunities to do preventative maintenance,
Right.
which leads to breakdowns,
Yeah.
downtime, and
Yeah.
that's costly.
Big time.
And then you've got your MTTR and MTBF.
Now, for those who might not know those acronyms, what are we talking about?
Right. Well, MTTR, that's mean time to repair.
Okay.
So how long it takes to fix something after it breaks.
Got it.
And MTBF is mean time between failures.
So that's how long it usually runs before it breaks.
Exactly.
Okay.
And these are super important for understanding, how healthy your assets are and how well your maintenance program is working.
So we've kind of painted this, maybe a slightly negative picture here.
Yeah, a little bit.
But the good news is that our sources are saying that no-code platforms and mobile solutions,
Yeah,
these are real game changers.
they are.
They're offering companies new ways to tackle these challenges and actually see some big improvements.
What's so cool about no code is that companies can build custom solutions without having to, hire a bunch of programmers.
No coding experience required.
Exactly.
That's a win.
It is, because it puts the power in the hands of the people who know the problems best.
Okay, so no coding.
Right.
But how does that actually work?
Right.
How does that actually become a solution?
Well, they can build applications and workflows.
Okay.
And that streamlines processes, automates tasks, connects different systems.
Okay.
So think about like a manufacturing company
All right.
who is drowning in backlog.
Yeah.
They could use something like Sigga Empower
Okay.
to build an app that automatically keeps an eye on work orders, prioritizes tasks, and even assigns technicians with availability and skills.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of like a ton of paperwork and spreadsheets,
Right.
you've got a system that does it all for you.
Exactly.
That has to save a ton of time
Oh, yeah.
and headaches.
Absolutely.
Do you have an example of a company who has done something like this?
Yeah, there was this one manufacturing company.
Okay.
They used Sigga Empower to automate their backlog.
Okay.
And in 6 months, their pending work orders went down by 40%.
Wow.
It's amazing.
40% in 6 months. That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the no-code part of this, but we haven't really touched on mobile. I'd imagine that's a big piece of this,
Oh, it's huge.
especially when we're talking about connecting those field teams with what's happening in the office.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Mobile solutions are that bridge between the back office and the field.
Okay, so we're talking about things like work orders and equipment history.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff right there on their phone or their tablet.
Exactly.
That's got to be so helpful for those guys out in the field.
It is, and it's more than just looking things up.
Okay.
It helps them capture data, too.
Okay.
Like, let's say a technician finishes a job.
Yeah.
Instead of filling out a bunch of paperwork, they just update it right there on their device.
Oh, wow.
Easy.
That makes a lot of sense.
Streamlines things, cuts down on errors. Everyone's got the latest information.
Okay, so it sounds like we're really talking about a shift here.
Yeah.
Moving away from reactive maintenance where we're just fixing things when they break,
Right.
to something that's more proactive, where we're using technology to see the problems before they happen and really optimize performance.
Absolutely.
And it sounds like companies like Sigga are really leading the way here.
Oh, for sure. They are developing some really innovative solutions, specifically for these industries that are so asset heavy.
That's really cool.
It is. And what they've really realized is that you can't just have a one-size-fits-all solution.
Makes sense.
It's just too complex.
Yeah.
So they've got a whole bunch of tools that you can kind of mix and match to fit what you need.
So let's talk specifics.
Okay.
What are some of the key things that Sigga offers?
Well, they have this thing called the Sigga Empower platform.
Okay.
This is where that no-code stuff really comes into play. It lets companies build their own apps and workflows
Without having to code.
Without writing a single line of code.
That's amazing. So like if that manufacturing company we talked about wanted to build that backlog system,
they could
do it with this.
Exactly. And it's not just for backlog.
Oh,
you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Scheduling inventory reports, really anything you can think of.
It's giving companies the power to just take control.
Exactly.
And really make it work for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the benefits and what it can do.
Right.
But is it really as simple as it sounds?
Well, it's definitely easier than, traditional software development.
Okay.
But it's not magic. There's still a process.
Okay.
Sigga actually works really closely with their clients to figure out exactly what they need, what their goals are.
So they're not just handing them a piece of software and saying, good luck.
No, not at all. They help them set it all up and make sure it works with their other systems.
So it's more of a partnership.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go back to the mobile side of things.
Okay.
We mentioned Sigga EAM Empower earlier.
Right.
What exactly is that?
Well, it's all about bringing mobility to the field.
Okay.
It's an app that works with the Sigga Empower platform. Gives technicians access to everything they need.
Right on their phone or tablet?
Yeah.
So we've got the platform which builds the tools.
Right.
And the app which puts them in the hands of the technicians.
Exactly.
And Sigga has thought about something that's really important.
What's that?
Connectivity.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these field technicians, they're working in places where the internet's not great.
Yeah, it could be in a basement or the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Well, Sigga EAM Empower actually works offline.
Really?
Yeah.
So they can still get their work done.
Exactly. They download what they need when they have a connection, do their work offline, and then sync up when they're back online.
That's awesome.
It is, because the work doesn't have to stop.
Yeah. That's so important, especially for industries like energy.
Right.
Where they're often in remote areas.
Yeah. And they've added other features, too.
Like what?
Barcode scanning, GPS tracking.
Wow.
Even image and video capture.
And all of that just makes it easier.
So much easier.
To get the information and keep things accurate.
Exactly.
So it really sounds like they've thought of everything.
They really have.
But let's talk results.
Okay.
Features are great.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we want to know, is it actually working?
Right.
Is it making a difference?
Well, we looked at a bunch of case studies.
Okay.
And the results are really impressive.
Like what kind of results?
Companies are seeing their maintenance backlogs shrink.
By how much?
Sometimes by as much as 40%.
That's huge.
It is. And their teams are getting like 30% more productive.
Wow.
And their MTTR and MTBF, those key metrics we talked about, they're getting better too.
So it's really having a positive impact.
Definitely.
But what about the bigger picture?
Yeah.
How is this changing the way companies think about asset management?
Well, they're realizing that it's not just about fixing things.
Right.
It's about making things run better for longer.
So you get more out of your assets?
Exactly. And it's helping them become more proactive.
Yeah, instead of reactive.
Right. Using data to actually predict when things might break.
Oh, wow.
And then they can fix it before it becomes a problem.
So instead of putting out fires all the time, they're staying ahead of the game.
Exactly.
That's got to be a nice change of pace for those asset managers.
It is. And it's not just about the technology.
Okay.
It's about giving people the tools to work smarter and more efficiently.
That makes sense.
So they can focus on the bigger picture.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here.
We have.
The challenges of asset management.
Right.
How no-code and mobile solutions can really help. And how Sigga is really leading the way with these platforms. Right. And we've seen some amazing real-world examples.
We have.
How this is making a difference. It really feels like things are changing.
Yeah.
In the way companies think about asset management.
It's not just about keeping things running anymore.
Right.
It's about using technology to do it better. more efficiently get ahead of the game.
And really get a leg up on the competition.
Exactly.
What's really cool is that we're just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much more to come.
I think we're going to see even more innovation.
I think so, too.
And even bigger changes in how we manage assets.
So for all of you asset and maintenance managers out there,
yeah,
if you're struggling, no-code and mobile solutions,
these are the real deal.
They can really help you get things under control.
Think about that backlog we talked about.
Yeah.
Imagine cutting that down by 40%.
It's possible.
It is. And what about all that time wasted? Searching for information?
Oh, yeah.
Mobile solutions fix that.
Put everything right there in your hand.
Exactly.
And when it comes to companies leading the way, Sigga is definitely one to watch.
Absolutely.
There's Sigga Empower platform and Sigga EAM Empower.
So powerful.
Make it so easy to get things done.
And don't forget about Sigga planning and scheduling.
Oh, yeah. That's another great one.
It helps companies plan their maintenance better. So they're not always reacting to problems.
It's all about working smarter.
Not harder.
Exactly. And if you want to learn more, head over to Sigga.com.
They've got tons of info on their website.
Case studies, white papers, even a blog.
It's a great resource.
Whether you're just starting out or you're already an expert.
Sigga.com is definitely worth checking out.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
Yeah.
Into the world of no-code and mobile solutions for asset and maintenance management.
It's been fun.
We hope you learned something today.
I hope so, too.
And maybe you're even feeling a little bit inspired.
Remember, efficiency and reliability.
Those are key.
And technology is the key to getting there.
So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in asset management.
Until next time.
See ya.